Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump,
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Speaking of sad, bro, Trey Reed update. Trey Reed, so the young man who went to Delta State University, I believe he was either 20 or 21 when he was found, quote unquote, I guess, allegedly from a tree on campus. There's an autopsy done, an immediate one, and they said no foul play was suspected. They labeled it as self-inflicted. So Colin Kaepernick, he decided to pay for the independent autopsy done, and that autopsy showed some different results. And everybody else, they pretty much felt kind of weird about it. Another man in Mississippi, a homeless white man in Mississippi, closer to the Jackson area and stuff like that, he was also found from a tree in Mississippi, like around the same time period. It happened in like the same week or two. It's crazy. Shout out Black Enterprise for the story. Shout out Daniel Johnson for writing it. Kaepernick funded autopsy reportedly finds Trey Reed didn't do it by himself. Family attorney Brent Kump hasn't confirmed. Although unconfirmed by Reed's family. Oh, dang. Extra E right here, Daniel. A new cause of unaliving claims to spread online. According to an update to a report from the Chicago Crusader, activists who are working with the family of Demetravion Trey Reed and a verified source who is not authorized to comment publicly, the independent autopsy commissioned by Colin Kaepernick's Know Your Right Camp autopsy initiative, which has not been yet released to the public, will confirm what Black people already instinctively knew. Reed did not do it by himself, as the Cleveland, Mississippi Police Department initially alleged. As previously reported by Black Enterprise, after Reed's family and civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump challenged the initial ruling that the Delta State University student was unalive by himself, and on September 15th, and demanded transparency and a thorough investigation, Colin Kaepernick's organization stepped in to fund an independent autopsy to uncover the truth. Per a report from the Mississippi Clarion Ledger, shouts out to the CL, although the official autopsy has not been released to the public yet, some of the initial commentary and rumors around his unaliving, amplified on social media, connected his passing of a white homeless man, Corey Zukatis, whose unaliving was also ruled self-inflicted. As they noted, the Southern Poverty Law Center found that there have been at least 8 suspected people found by a tree by Black men and teens in Mississippi since 2000. And like Reed's case, local authorities have ruled that these unalivings were self-inflicted, that is, self-inflicted. While their families cast doubt on the official narrative given by the historical context of findings by trees in Mississippi and other southern states. Part of the reason for the rampant speculation and conspiracy theories has spread online, traced by the podcast, wherein Crystal Muhammad, the chair of the new Black Panther Party, asserted that in a conversation with rapper Willie D, that Reed's mother taught to her what is reportedly in the autopsy report. So they said they found him like September 15th. Let me see something real quick. September 15th, September 10th. Okay. I thought so, but it's been a month, so I had to get the timing right. It should be noted that Southern Poverty Law Center and that the original Black Panther Party have denounced the quote-unquote new Black Panther Party, noted that it bears no associations with the original group. In addition to this, misinformation about Reed's unaliving spread after the initial autopsy was released. A person behind an account who claimed to be Reed's cousin alleged that he had injuries, specifically broken bones, that would have made the unaliving by himself physically impossible. Although the creator deleted those videos, they already had gone viral online. As Terry Wilson, the founder of the Idaho chapter of Black Lives Matter grassroots chapter, told the Crusader, the response to Black Americans is rooted in a shared historical memory and context. Quote unquote, the sophisticated machinery of racial terror is just a fascist strategy that relies on overwhelming force of multiple directions, including misinformation, intimidation, and threats. Wilson said, like Kendrick Johnson down in Valdosta, Georgia, if you know, he was found rolled up in a mat. And, people just saying like he didn't roll himself up in a mat. He was obviously beaten up, but like, was he beaten up, then unalived himself and then rolled himself into a gym mat in our high school. Like, that makes no sense. And like, justice was never kind of fully brought to Kendrick Johnson, as far as I'm concerned, unless some updates happen. If you guys know any updates with Kendrick Johnson that's different from what I know, then please let me know in the comments and correct me. But yeah, and state-sanctioned unaliving said target Black, brown, and indigenous communities. He continued, quote unquote, "We need to address this method of findings of the tree that are self-inflicted, which are ways to rationalize from a medical standpoint their feelings." I think that this is sort of the passing rattle for white supremacy, because they're relying on every structural institution in order to justify or cover up the actions on these folks. However, according to the New York Times, the 20-year-old Delta State student who happened upon Reed's body, Jaquan Wallace, while he is sympathetic to the family of Reed, absent the release of the second independent autopsy, he isn't inclined to automatically tie Mississippi's past to the body he found. Quote unquote, "We're just trying to look out for each other." A lot of people are trying to use this situation to kind of make it seem like it was racially motivated. Oh, my son, my child, he's 20, he's 19, he's 18. This kid, oh my goodness. Oh, brother. I know his mama saw this quote and boy, smacked him upside the head. I just know it. There's a lot of signs pointing to, man, look, I was 17 too. At one point, I was 17 too, bruh. There's a lot of signs pointing to this that is not a racially motivated situation. When that the whole story comes out, if it does come out, then it may give people some clarity. It may not. That's not up to us. Now, I will say I did go to Trey Reed's Facebook, and he shared a lot of like just sad posts about like multiple things, ups and downs of life. Like when men go through it, we have no one to talk to, that type of stuff, like raw wave type stuff. However, this is still, you know what I'm saying? There is a natural curiosity of like, is that really what happened? Mississippi's Republican governor, Tate Reeves, took a similar tack in his response to the incident, noting in his official statement, quote unquote, "Speculation from people who have no facts or evidence have dominated online conversations. What a surprise," from Tate Reeves. "The former place where I used to vote, former place where I used to live, my former governor, Tate Reeves. What a surprise." This is the stance he's taking. See, there's a few things when certain situations happen and people have one opinion automatically and stuff like that. It's not necessarily the opinion or anything. It's just like, of course, you, with your history of your ways of thinking, that just makes things more offensive than even just a pure opinion. If you have a pure opinion, different opinion, that's fine. It's the historical patterns of these opinions. Anyways, speculation from people who have no facts or evidence have dominated online conversations and even some national mainstream media outlets in the immediate aftermath of this tragedy. Governor Reeves said in response, quote unquote, "Represents a sad state of affairs in today's social media driven world. Perhaps this is always going to be the route of the suspicious unaliving in Mississippi took, regardless of the rumors fueled by social media or the incident's timing, following the attempt by the right to sanitize the legacy of Charlie Kirk, a white nationalist, after he allegedly was hit by Tyler Robinson, who reportedly become disillusioned by Kirk's beliefs." Michael Peter, Delta State University's director of public safety and a second officer who arrived at the scene of Reed's unaliving, acknowledged that an independent investigation of Reed's unaliving could draw a very different conclusion from the original statement of the police department, but noted that whatever the conclusion, he also believes that it will be based on facts. Once the investigation is over, then folks can see for themselves. "I'm not a fortune teller, but I can tell you that we will see the facts," Peeler told the New York Times. And there it is. With this happening the same week as the Kyron Lacey stuff, even though the Kyron Lacey stuff was already out, which I thought it was the thing. Were criminal charges ever filed? No, because they immediately ruled it as self-inflicted. Like the official, initial report was self-inflicted. So no criminal charges. Nobody was arrested. Trey Reed is just unalive, and his family has been grieving the passing for almost a month now. So there's that in Cleveland, Mississippi. Reading books for at least 6 minutes a day helps.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
Trump lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.